Welcome to Unmasked, a weekly podcast where we sit down with celebrities who have faced both hardships and victories. My name is Andiswa Ngenyane, your host, and today I am joined by someone whom I believe has really lived through both hardships and victories. He stole the hearts of people all around the world, from Britain's Got Talent, America's Got Talent, and South African communities at large. Musa Motha. Hello, Musa.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm alright.
Thank you so much. So, if I was a great dancer, I was gonna challenge you to a dance off.
They tried.
And maybe I would have won.
Hey.
But also you trained with Gregory Maqoma, so probably not. But before we get into that, tell me about your childhood. Tell me about Musa, how you grew up. Were you a naughty child?
Firstly, I'd like to greet everyone.
Okay.
And thank you for actually having me here.
Yeah.
Musa, childhood. I was not a naughty child. No,
Okay.
I was not. I was just like a quiet one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've always been like a quiet person. You know, I've always been that person who think things through. You know, and but what I can tell you is that like the Musa before and the Musa now is just completely different people.
The first thing that people love about you is your dancing. But I think the other thing that people love about you is the fact that you are different from other dancers, you know? And that was the cause of something that happened in 2006. Now, I know you've had a lot of interviews and you've had time to think this through, you know? But I want you to tell me, at the time you were, 11 years old?
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah.
At the time, did you know what was happening? Did you know what you were feeling when you were told that, hey, this is supposed to happen? Now, I'm not talking about the Musa that has had time to think about the answers, you know, but I'm talking to 11-year-old Musa. Did he understand what was happening at that point in time?
To be honest with you, I didn't know what was happening. You know, I just knew that I was sick and I had a very sore leg, you know. It was so painful that I couldn't even walk, you know. So I always say this, that when I got diagnosed, that was like a relief moment for me, because before that I was sick, you know, for like a year without knowing what was going on, you know. I was going from doctors to doctors, hospitals, you know, people like coming doing like tests and all of that, you know, going to different specialists. They'll do tests, they'll do anything, you know, scans, CT scans. I know like most scans, you know, because I've went through that shit, you know.
Yeah.
After all that, after like a whole year, and coming to find what was going on, you know, and being diagnosed with cancer, I didn't know what was cancer, you know.
Of course, yeah.
But for me, it was a relief. I remember when they told my mom, it was like, hey, he has cancer and all that. Yeah, she was so frustrated, you know. She was so frustrated. But for me, it was like, oh, okay, now we know what's going on, you know.
Yeah.
And what's good about it is that like the doctor who was actually telling my mom what was going on, he actually was so calm, you know, and he was like, okay, we found it at like a crucial stage, but it's possible that we're gonna, you know, fight it and end it, you know.
Okay.
And at that time, I was like, okay, there's a solution, there's hope, you know what I mean. I didn't know what I was gonna go through, you know, like chemo and all of that, amputation and stuff. Yeah, but that night I remember that I was just like, okay, yeah, at least now I can calm down, you know.
Yeah.
There's a solution coming up, you know.
So how does dance come into the space? How does it land on the table?
I think dance chose me, you know. That is
Okay.
I can't like put a finger on it. Like, oh yeah, this is how.
Yeah.
But how it started is that like we were just chilling at a party with my friends, and then they were dancing in Spuja at that time. You know, it was like back in 2009, 2010, something like that.
Yeah.
So they were busy dancing there, and then I was just like with them, and then I was like, yo, can you please teach me how to dance? You know, and they taught me how to dance. Like, yo, bro, this is how you can do this. This is how you can, you know, maneuver around this. You know. And then from there, I took it serious, man. joined the local crews. They taught me how to dance. They taught me how to battle. I used to do like street battles as well. It evolved to other things. Like shooting music videos, shooting TV ads. Performing in one of the biggest events in South Africa. So yeah.
Yeah, and like I mentioned earlier that you were trained by Gregory Maqom.
Yes.
Is it Vuyani Theatre of Dance? What would you say were some of the most valuable lessons you learned from the theatre?
They taught me to be professionals, first thing. Number two, they taught me how to actually cope within like chaos, Like a lot of things happen on stage and then you have to act professional. You get people getting injured, you can't just like really break your leg on stage. And I don't have to freak out because people pay to watch me, Yeah. So one of those things, and they taught me discipline. I already had discipline, but professionally, there are things that you don't need to do, there are things that you need to like get used to, adjust to, And and again, they taught me how to be technical, in terms of dance. I didn't know how to like, do everything. I was just like a street dance, dancing is bouja and spanzula.
I can formation gas butcher, skateboard, and you're just doing everything. Yeah. Okay, and how does the move to England happen?
So I think back in 2001. Yeah, back in 2001, around like June, I got contact from the UK company that I used to work for, and then they just DM'd me on Instagram, like, yo.
Wait, 2000 and what?
2001. 2021. What did I say?
2001.
No way.
Like,
I'm like, we in 2020 something. So when I say 2001, it's like
I'm like,
2021.
Where you worked? How many lives have you lived? What do you mean?
Not 2001.
Okay,
Yo.
2021.
Hey. Yeah, I need more. Okay, yeah, 2021.
Yeah.
2021, around like June. So they gave me a DM, and then I replied, and they wanted to talk to me. They were interested in working with me, and then I referred the dialogue to my manager, and then we started talking about it. It was just like a ongoing conversation, and then it like went straight on to, yo, we want to, bring you in, to the UK. We want to test the things out, like what's going on, And then, then they just literally flew me in, did the visas and everything. And then we checked things out. We worked a little bit. And then, but sadly, when I was about to do like a trailer for the show that we did, COVID hit so hard, we were in a red list. So I couldn't go back, so I had to wait for things to settle down a little bit. Then in 2022, in February, that's where I started working with them. Yeah.
Okay. And then Britain's Got Talent happened. And as I was watching the video yesterday, you made the audience boo the judges. Because they were just like, we don't have any more golden buzzers. And they just wouldn't hear anything. There was so much commotion. It was just a lot happening. Take us through that moment when you were on stage and you had just finished dancing and people were just like, golden buzzer, golden buzzer. Did you think you were going to get it though? Because the judges kept on saying, ayiko, ayiko.
Honestly, I was just expecting like, 2-3 yeses, nah.
Really?
Yeah.
You weren't even expecting 4 yeses?
Nah, bro, nah. Yeah, I didn't expect the reaction, I didn't expect to get what I got, And I was like, after finishing up, I was like, okay, they're going to cheer for me, but the cheering was not normal.
Yeah.
It was not normal.
Yeah.
And yeah, seeing what was happening in there, and I was just like, yo, because like this was my dream to come here and be on stage, just to be on stage, even if I got like 1 year and then out, at least I would have made it to the stage,
Yeah.
That was my aim. But the reaction was really like out of this world. I don't want to lie. I still get the feeling, I still get the chills when I think about it,
I can imagine.
But,
yeah. Take us through that journey. How was it? Was it weeks or months?
Because you do auditions, right? And then you wait. And then after the auditions, the semifinals and finals are like a week apart.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Okay.
so I think you wait like 2 months,
Okay.
and then after the audition being like televised, then you go to the semifinals and finals. So semifinals and finals are live, so they're like a week apart.
Yeah. But that wasn't the end of your Got Talent journey.
Yeah,
Because then you were Simon's Peak at America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
When you were told that, what did you think?
I didn't want to do it.
What?
No, I'm not a competing person.
Okay.
For real, I didn't want to do it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, no, I'm not good. And I told my manager about it, and then he was like, I think you should give it a go, but, you know, I don't think it's a good idea again to do it, you know. But we were on some, yeah, it's okay to do it, you know, if I want to do it, you know. And again, it was not the normal Got Talent. It's a fantasy league.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they choose the best of the best in the world. You know, each judge choose their own top 10. You know, and apparently I was the first choice. You know, and how it happened as well. Like if you can check the auditions of the fantasy league American Got Talent, I was not in America. I was still in the UK. So.
Oh, hence the video.
Yes.
Oh.
So like that is why like that's how intense it was, like, because Simon was like, okay, I'm not really gonna do this now if Musa's not gonna go in, you know. So like they brought the whole like production coming in. They booked the whole stage. They built the whole stage for just that one performance in the
Whoa.
Yeah. So yeah, I really had to think about it for like quite some time. You know, I was like, there's no need for me to go there, because if I go now, then I have to compete, and I'm not that person who competes, you know. So I had to like set the mind to like, I don't know, to a state where I'm just like, okay, what's the mission now? What's the goal for this? You know, because in a BGT is a different thing, because I just wanted there to go there, people to see me. You know, I was not competing. You know,
Yeah.
already on the semifinals, my mind was just on some like, okay, I've already won because I know what I did.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And for the AGT, I'm like, bro, I really have to put my competing
Yeah.
mindset in.
Yeah.
So it was not really a good experience on that one, but like, I would say it was a good journey. Yeah.
Okay. And you've worked on a lot of international stages, worked with international artists. What would you say has been a memorable thing for you in all these incredible things you've done in the past years?
I think the one that stands out the most was getting a random call from Naomi Campbell.
You got a call from Naomi Campbell?
Bro, I screen grabbed it and I sent it to my little sisters. I was like, yo, bro, look who called me.
Wow.
That was the highlight. But there's more. You know, there's more. There's more, like meeting up with like big names, big superstars. You know, and they just stop there and then they call you by your name, like, hey, Musa, how you doing? I'm like,
you know my name.
Hey, the guy from Kasi now, you know, he's doing this.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like just humbling, you know, memories, you know.
Yeah. So now I want to get deep.
Hey. Okay.
No, not necessarily deep, just like a bit emotional. So dance can be, I think, for a lot of people, it's physically demanding, right? And as I mentioned earlier, you are different. I don't like using the word different, man.
Yeah, I like to say I'm differently abled.
You like saying that?
Differently abled.
Okay. Then I'm taking it. I'm stealing your vocab. So you are differently able. Do you think you face challenges that are different from people who are? What do you call the other people if you're
normal-bodied?
Normal-bodied.
Yeah.
Do you think you face different challenges, or you like to think we are doing this, siafana, we are not different in what we do, therefore we don't face different challenges?
I think one thing about me is that I'm not scared to face the music. You know,
Okay.
I'm the realest person ever. You know,
Okay.
I know that we're different. The things that you do that I cannot do, the things that I can do that you cannot do. You know, and definitely a lot of things we're doing them differently. Simple things. If we can stand up right now, I'm standing up different than you. You know, like you're standing up your own way. I'm standing up my own way. You know, if I want to catch like a cup of coffee somewhere, if I have to walk with it, it's gonna be different for me. But I found a way of how can I do this? How can I adjust in this world, you know, and make it my own world, you know,
Yeah.
and make it seem easier as well, you know. So my life is just about like adjust and adapt, you know, adapt and adjust every time, you know, and I make it more easier for me.
Pretty well, yeah.
Yeah,
Was that
yeah.
always the mindset though? Or was it something that you just have now that you're old? Because when you're young, you see other kids running, you see other kids doing all these things, and you're like, but I can't. So was this always the mindset, or was it something that you realize now that you are a bit older?
I mean, growing up, I used to play football, you know, and before and after my amputation. Even after my amputation, I was playing football, and I was playing with normal-bodied kids. So the thing was, when I was playing football, I used to have the mindset of, okay, right now, I have to make sure that when I play football, when I'm in this field, they don't have to feel like they have to adjust to me, you know. I want to make them work more harder, you know. So the mindset of bringing the quality in the space already started there when I was young, you know. So I used to be really good. I'm not giving myself credit or something, but I used to be good in playing football, you know. The only thing that they could just like beat me up to was the speed.
Okay.
You know, because
Yes.
realistically, I can't, you know, run
Sure,
dumb.
sure.
But yeah, I mean, from there, my mindset was just on some like, okay, nothing is different, but you just need to adjust. You know, so adjusting was just like my thing, and it always been my thing.
Yeah. Musa, thank you so much for
Thank
chatting
you.
to us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. I don't know if you can share just before I close it off. Are you currently working on anything? Any plans for 2024?
Yeah, I'm working on a lot of things. You know, my schedule is up until December. It's just that I'm working on private things that I can't announce. You know,
Okay.
but yeah, I'm working on different. So yeah, I think this is my year to just like discover what's going on outside the world.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much, Musa.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for joining us. Please join us next time as we sit with another one of your favorite celebs. From me, Andiswa and Musa. Bye.
Peace out.